contigo ahí para celebrar, tomar algo, gritarle a la luna, pero desde mi espacio voy a estar saludando a la luna azul, roja, a la azul negra profunda, a las lunas en todas sus expresiones y formaciones, pidiéndole que tu libro llegue hasta todos los rincones del mundo, donde tenga que llegar, y que los personajes terminen de encontrar todas sus voces y formas para emocionarnos a todos, como nos emocionas tú cuando nos narras sus historias y sus aventuras. Te quiero muchísimo y espero llegar pronto a sentarnos los dos a escribir estos libros pendientes que llevan tanto rato hablándonos al oído y de tantas maneras distintas. Beso para ti y para todas las personas que estén contigo ahí celebrando estas lunas maravillosas.
Wonderful. Thank you. As you guys join, I just want to welcome you all in the celebration of Andrés' birthday and the pre-launch to Through the MuseBreath. And I invite everybody to put in the comments below their name, where they are tuning in from, and one word to describe Andrés as these videos show. Thank you.
Hello, Tio!
Hi, Tio.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
We want to tell you some special things about you. Thank you. What do you want to say? You're funny and I like your laugh.
I like when you are creative.
Yes, I like just how kind and generous you are.
And I love that you're in our lives and that you're just one of the most unique, wonderful, loving, and caring persons that I've ever met. And we love you. You're cutting off your head. And we're sorry we can't be with you, but we're celebrating with you in spirit. So we hope to see you soon. We'll celebrate in person next time.
Happy birthday.
Love you.
Feliz cumpleaños, Andrés. Qué bueno que cumple 30 de haber cumplido 30 de llegar a esta tierra. Que lo pase muy bien. Aquí en esta su casa en San Lucas, Tolimán, Casa Qatzij. Y también muchas felicidades por el libro. Que sea un gran éxito, que sea un bestseller. Y que ayude a mucha gente a entender lo que son los imperios para terminar con ellos pronto. Que lo pase bien, Andrés.
No sé. O cualquiera dice. ¿Y ahora?
Feliz cumpleaños, Tio. Happy 60th birthday, my dear Tio. I so adore being your sobrina and being blessed by your spirit, by your creativity, your whimsy, your love. Your contagious love is just so powerful. And I absolutely adore being your niece. And I'm so thankful for you in my life. And I love seeing your journey through this novel and that it's coming to fruition is just amazing. And to be a part of it is truly astounding. And the end of Empire is coming. And I'm just here for it. I love you forever and always, my dear Tio. Happy birthday.
Feliz cumpleaños, querido Andrés, estrella de mi corazón, aquí desde la playa de Denia, en España. La luna que está por ahí, ya preparándose en creciente a llegar a ser esa luna llena que tanto te inspira y te mueve. I have always been very lucky to share with you years and years of friendship and inspiration. You, my shooting star. I've always loved learning about your name and the way you've been inspiring me and supporting me. I've always been your fan and admirer because of all the spirit, the strength of your spirit. Así que, querido, es muy difícil decirte en tan pocos segundos todo lo que deseo para ti y agradezco tu vida. Siempre ha sido un reflejo de aquello que yo anhelaba hacer o me inspiraba, y todos esos lugares que has visitado, con la gente que has estado, las luchas que has perseguido, me ha inspirado a mí, a mis alumnos, a la gente con la que he hablado de ti, y hasta en este lugar, en Denia, fui tan afortunada de tenerte de visita. Espero que muchos lugares nos sigan llevando a encontrarnos de nuevo y que este gran proyecto tuyo sea un pilar más para derrotar a este imperio y abajo el patriarcado para siempre, jamás.
Andrés, it is your birthday. And you know what? My love for you is as big as the world. I have a world of love, and I look all over the world and I see friends of yours. I see the size of your heart. I see the dimensions of the caring for your world. I'll never forget how we were standing there in front of the law school protesting John Yu and his legitimization of torture and all the things we did. Blessings on you. The world is big enough for you. And the world celebrates you with me.
Hello, my friend, dear Andrés. Feliz cumpleaños. Happy birthday with your 60 years. And believe it or not, we've known each other about 2/3 of your life. And that's something. You're a very dear friend, a very, very good friend. You're always caring and loving, and you're always fun to be around. So I'm sad that I cannot be there to celebrate your birthday, but I know that we will get there at some point. We'll celebrate yours, and we'll celebrate my birthday. And we'll have a party, and we'll have a feast. So, take care, my friend. I love you, and I look forward to see you as soon as it's possible. Have a great day, and it's good to have you in my life. Greetings here from Denmark, your very good friend, and PK Michael.
Hola Andrés, te saludo con todo mi cariño. Espero que hayas pasado un felicísimo cumpleaños y también tengo la gran esperanza de que un día nos vamos a encontrar y vamos a conversar y me vas a tirar las runas. Un gran abrazo, Andrés.
Andrés, felicidades por tu libro y por tu cumpleaños. Te queremos mucho, un abrazo. Hasta pronto.
Wonderful. Thank you everybody for joining today, and thank you for continuing to comment your name, where you are from, and one word to describe Andrés. We are just so happy to see everybody here to celebrate Andrés' cumpleaños, his birthday, and the pre-launch to Through the MuseBreath. I am Kayla, and I think we're going to get started here.
Wonderful. Well, wasn't that a beautiful way to start our mornings, our afternoons? Maybe some of us are joining us in their evenings. Welcome, everyone. My name is Angelica Salazar, and I am one of the co-hosts with my compañera in Guatemala, Qatzij. And we should, at the bottom of your screen, have the option to choose a language interpretation. So if you speak both English and Spanish, no worries, you don't need to choose a language. But if you do need Spanish interpretation, we have two wonderful interpreters doing Spanish-English, Ivana in Mexico and Alexis, who I got to meet in Guatemala, is now in Oregon. They will be interpreting for us. And now, Qatzij will come on mute and she will explain the same thing, pero en español. Escucho.
Gracias, Angélica querida. Bienvenidos y bienvenidas todos y todas a esta fiesta en que celebramos la vida de un amigo querido. Si ustedes hablan español e inglés, no tendrán ningún problema. Si solo hablan español, en la parte de abajo de la pantalla encontrarán la opción para elegir su idioma y escuchar cómodamente la traducción al español de las personas que se expresen en inglés durante la llamada. Como dijo Angélica, tenemos dos maravillosas intérpretes, Ivana y Alexis, que están trabajando mucho para que todos podamos comprender cada palabra que se diga. Si necesitan alguna ayuda, no duden en pedirla, pueden escribir su pregunta o su duda en el chat de esta misma reunión que les aparece a la derecha de la pantalla y Kaila o Sanguita estarán felices de apoyarles. Muchísimas gracias. Adelante.
Gracias, Qatzij. Again, should you have any technical difficulties, feel free to message Kayla and Sangeeta. They are our tech team and happy to support you. Again, I want to welcome everyone to this beautiful celebration. Aquí estamos en familia. Here we are in family. So we will have potentially in family some technical issues, but we will resolve them together. Again, I am one of two hosts and moderating this call today. So how's everybody feeling? Let's shake our hands, wiggle our bodies in this wonderful Zoom celebration. I am honored to be here today on this very special, rare, super blue moon. And we all know that Andrés loves to celebrate the moon. So here we are, all from around the world. So please drop where you're calling from. Your names. Wow, okay. Let me get back to my screen here. Así mismo. And it keeps on popping up big here. There we go. Okay, and we also are celebrating the pre-launch of what you guys are going to learn a lot about today, Andrés' life project that he is giving birth to. And so with that said, the project Through the MuseBreath, you will be hearing from various folks from around the world sharing this project. And Andrés in San Lucas, Tolimán, in Guatemala, will bringing us all together in gratitude to observe this stunning moon and also to celebrate the 40 plus years of his life dedicated to social justice, global justice, and ultimately the fall of the empire. That is why we are here today. So a few logistics before we get started. This call will be 1 hour and a half. So I will be strictly moving us along, as well as Qatzij, to make sure that we get through all the information about the pre-launch and have some time for celebration, for music, dance, and a cheers. So please be mindful when we do open the mic up for participation to keep your comments somewhat limited and also always heartfelt. Andrés will stay with us throughout the program and after the program to continue to celebrate. And please feel free to use the chat as it will stay open to just continuously share your thoughts and to connect with folks. So we will keep moving this program forward, and now I will pass the mic to my querida co-host, Tati, who will get us further grounded in what this is, a ceremony and celebration. Chati?
Gracias, Angélica. En la tradición de los pueblos mayas, queremos comenzar esta ceremonia, este momento de compartir mensajes, historias y emociones, sumergiéndonos en el espíritu de reconocer a nuestros ancestros y ancestras, los abuelos y las abuelas, como son llamados en la cosmovisión maya, quienes se han ido antes que nosotros y que como sabios maestros siguen iluminando nuestro caminar. En ese espíritu, abuelos y abuelas, escuchen mi saludo respetuoso, atiendan mi humilde y amorosa invitación. Abuelas y abuelos que poblaron el reino,
the Qatzij kingdom on this land which houses me, Tolimán, place where tulle is harvested. I invite you to sit with us in this celebration of life. Beloved grandfathers and grandmothers, we are conscious that we are, and we cannot ignore, that we are here living before the grandmother lake, enjoying her energy only because
fue regada con la sangre grandiosa de ustedes. Y eso nos invita a ser más leales y protectores con los regalos y recursos que hemos recibido gratuitamente, y nos compromete a perseguir la justicia para todos aquellos que han sido desposeídos de su tierra y de sus derechos a través de la historia. Termino invitando a los ancestros y ancestras de nuestro querido Andrés, el motivo de esta fiesta. Vengan, por favor, Hilda, del sur del continente americano, Uruguay, y Fred, del norte del continente americano, Wisconsin. Ustedes lo engendraron y le dieron la vida. Les pedimos que lo acompañen. Al tío Iber, quien fue preso político durante la dictadura militar uruguaya y quien hizo que Andrés naciera a la vida política, y a su primo hermano Marcos, asesinado en Nicaragua, el único uruguayo muerto durante la contrarrevolución. Por favor, vengan a formar parte de esta celebración de la vida, de un ser que trascendió a través de todos ustedes. Quédense, por favor, con nosotros. Y todas y todos, amigos queridos de Andrés, donde quiera que se encuentren, no se retiren, por favor, que la fiesta apenas empieza. Y empieza con la participación de ustedes. Los invitamos a que nos digan el lugar desde donde nos acompañan. Y si lo saben, el nombre ancestral del pueblo que los cobija. El micrófono es de ustedes. Les suplicamos brevedad para que podamos cumplir con nuestro programa. Gracias. Sin timidez, cuéntenos, ¿dónde están? ¿Dónde están, queridos amigos de Andrés?
San Lucas, Tolimán, Sololá, Guatemala. Aquí es el pueblo maya, el pueblo Qatzij.
What do we have here in the north?
Aquí, desde la península ibérica, en España, fue tierra antigua de vikingos y moros.
Desde Honduras, Marina con toda su familia. Johanna, Reina, Amalia y Oneida.
Muchas felicidades, Andrés, y que sea un exitazo ese libro.
This is Sherry from the Raimatush Ohlone territory, called by Americans as San Francisco, sending so much love to my friend and all of ours, Andrés, on this momentous day.
This is Marjorie Berman, calling in from Pennsylvania in the United States. I've known Andrés since college, and what a joy to be with all of you today.
Happy birthday, Andrés. Felicidades. This is Anne or Anita in Cuernavaca, Mexico. It was originally Cuanahuac, and it is still land of the Nahua. And very, very happy birthday to you. And hey, Marjorie. Great to see all these faces.
And Andrés, Joanna here. How thrilling it is to be here on this day. I'm thinking of, we were asking, I can't quite manage typing on the chat. So I want to tell you a name I would give you, or a quality. What I see in you is courage. It is the virtue that I love the most. You are a brave man. And I have seen this so many times. The way you spoke out from the beginning against the use of torture, and the film that you made, and the actions we took together. And you have been courageous in how you stood by the President Samaya, those months with him, and the terrible choices that my government made. It's wonderful to be on hand, in a way, heartbreaking at this moment when the ignorance of our government that thinks it's the number one power in the world is being revealed as hollow. And we're watching that breakdown of the pride, arrogance, and ignorance of the American military and the American sense of we're the imperial power of the world. But I bow to all of us for what we have to go through to grow up and learn to be real. And you've been real, Andrés. You've spoken and shown us so many ways. So I'll say, hooray!
Andrés querido, Sarita de Califas, aquí del terreno Pomo Miwok, al norte de San Francisco. Querido, todo lo que siento como que tiene que ver con tu believing in magic, tu embodiment de la alquimia, tu coraje, tu deseo de realmente incorporar esa alquimia que cambia el mundo, esa magia cósmica al que nos has dado tanta iluminación del tema. Y es increíble, eres como realmente eres un shooting star que viene no sé de dónde, pero ya sabemos dónde vas y estamos contigo y te quiero muchísimo.
Thank you, everyone, for your beautiful words.
No one else can talk? Your time's out?
Well, we will have more time for participation soon. I know that we have some introductions to do, and I'm going to hand the mic to Andrés. And we have some folks who are sharing with us today that are less flexible on their schedule, so they need to be invited now. So, Jenna Flor, we will be more opening up the mic shortly as well. Andrés?
Thank you so much, Angelica, and the words from everybody really touched my heart. And I think we're going to shift now, and we're so glad that Joanna has already shared some words with us. But now we're going to move into Luca introducing Joanna more. Oh, I'm sorry, myself. We're gonna move now to myself in speaking last year on a recorded message, giving a happy birthday to none other than Joanna Macy. So we'll go to that now, and then Luca will introduce Joanna personally.
Your generosity of spirit and humility radiated the day that we went together to a protest at the Bolt Law School, UC Berkeley, where you were slated to speak against John Yoo, the legal advocate for torture post 9/11. And on the way there you said, "No, Andrés, I want you to be the speaker." A few days earlier in class, when we first met, I had shared about my own family history with torture. Your trust and your faith in my ability and perspective clearly demonstrated your authentic mentorship. The legacy that you've created with the work that reconnects reflects your incredible vitality, beauty, humor, and integrity. With warmth, affection, respect, and gratitude for your undying resilience as a life-affirming agent in the death cycle. From the depths of soul, may we all dedicate our lives to the great turning as you have. From heart and from Lake Atitlan in Guatemala, feliz cumpleaños. All my love.
That was very nice to see. Buenos dias. Good morning, everybody. This is Luca again. And hello, Joanna. You know me more by Veronica. So it was 16 years ago. I was finding out about you, Joanna Macy's teachings that changed the direction of my life, just like she has done for so many other people's. I was living then in Baja California, and I was practicing meditation with this Sangha. It was one of them in our Sangha, my very, very close and dear friend, Andrea, and her husband, Pedro, who you already also know, Joanna from Mexico, who introduced me to your writings. Andrea, I have to say and share in this sacred place that is currently facing an unimaginable painful time because his son disappeared in Baja California 2 months ago. I just want to call this out so we can also dedicate all this good energy, our vibrations, in order for Andrea to find him soon. So sometime later, I attended Joanna's intensive all that time ago in the land of Medicine Buddha, where I learned that I was not alone or crazy in the caring for Mother Gaia and believing in a life-sustaining human world. It was there also where I met Julie Drucker, and she told me, you know what, I have a friend, a great friend who you should meet. And somehow it was Andrés. So Julie shared that information, and Andrés and I met on the phone. And for me, since then, 16 years ago, the names Joanna Macy and Andrés have always been in the same sentence. So it's my honor to present you today with us. Thank you for being here, both of you, and putting all of us together. Joanna Macy, you are an author, a teacher, a scholar of Buddhism, systems thinking, and deep ecology. Your respected voice in movements for peace, justice, and ecology are just the synonym of also Andrés's fight and struggles in life. So let's celebrate together. Please join us, Joanna. Welcome.
That wonderful to see your face, Luca. You're beautiful as ever. Oh, yes. So my heart feels so big to see you all. I'm sorry to have taken that time before. I just wanted to be heard, and here I am and talking again. Forgive me for all this. But at any rate, I'm looking at your faces, and I'm looking at all of those who respond to the man, Andrés, but also to someone who loves this world. And this is a time when we really need that, because we also hurt for our world. There's also in each of us a heartbreak for our world. Each of us know and our systems aren't holding. Systems built for a corporate capitalist system around the world, supported by the military, the dreams of empire. It's touched each of us. A world that keeps consuming the natural world, turning the body of earth, trying to turn it into money, into products for the consumer society. So all of us have a heartbreak for the world. And this is a time when we need more than ever to know that if we feel our pain, it's because we care. And each of us needs then more than ever to know that we belong deeply to the living body of earth, and that our love for the earth is at the root of our anguish, and we take refuge in that, refuge in our love for earth and each other, and that every particle in every cell of our bodies comes from the story of earth, the evolution of life forms in earth, the flowers and trees and sun and the stars, that we belong to this universe, and that we can find in that so much courage. And each of us, you are a manifestation of courage. If you know Andrés and he knows you, it must be because he recognizes in you that you are also capable of loving and being a fighter for this earth, a warrior, a Shambhala warrior for this earth. So blessings on you. Take refuge, each of you. I'm feeling kind of sad today because my country, the United States, is recognizing having terrible mistakes it's made in its imperial designs. That's good news, but it also is causing so much suffering in Afghanistan, but also around the world. So I pray for all of those who are finding that our dreams were built on false hopes, or delusions, actually. So we celebrate again, more than ever, our love. Oh, help. That this is a moment for joyous recognition of what links us. I don't want ever to forget looking at this screen and hearing your voices and the beautiful la celebración de la vida, as a lovely voice said. I want to remember you. I want to hold you in my hearts, and to know that if I feel love, you do too. If I feel grief, you do too. We are together in this, and we will give whatever happens for us in the way. And it looks pretty dark with the climate change, But whatever it is, we're going to hold strong. We're going to hold strong because the love we have for each other, we're feeling it now. It's going to grow so big. Watch out. Your heart is going to grow so big and so much joy just to see each other's faces. Oh, bless you for bringing us together, Andrés. Thank you, Luca. Thank you all.
I'm sorry, lo siento. Gracias a todos y todas por acompañarnos desde lugares tan diversos. Gracias, Joanna Macy. Gracias 2 y 3 veces por compartir con nosotros tu enorme sabiduría. Ahora me gustaría invitar a mis amigos y colegas presentes a un pequeño ritual en honor a las 4 direcciones sagradas. Comenzaremos por el oriente, donde nace el sol, luego iremos al sur para posteriormente doblar hacia el occidente y terminaremos en el norte. Adelante, por favor.
Nemat.
Hello, can you hear me? Yes, Namat. Hi, Andrés. Happy birthday. I'm so happy to be here. And Sherry is also there. I know a bit. So happy birthday, Andrés. And I'm really happy to be here, honored to be here. And I'm from Afghanistan, just introducing. And I'm online from India right now. But as you know about Afghanistan, so it's all over the news. And Andrés has been helping a small library that I founded with a few other friends. Andrés has been helping us with some of the work, and he has been very supportive. And Andrés, everybody at Dupree Library, although it's closed, but our students and our teachers and staff, they are wishing you a very happy birthday. And we are all hoping that this tough time is going to get over soon. And we hope that everybody is praying and helping us in this. Because like everybody else, we are part of this human family. And we are, again, we are going through a tough time like 1990. So I'm very happy to be here.
Thank you, Nemat in the east. And now we move to the south with Maggie. Please unmute yourself.
¿Qué tal? Muy buenos días a todos y a todas. Mi nombre es Maggie García, soy de aquí de San Lucas, Tolimán, Guatemala. Y aunque tengo enfrente a Andrés, pues quiero desearle todo lo mejor del mundo. Sos un gran compañero de lucha que ha enfrentado a muchas adversidades. Y esa energía que tenemos en el sur, yo creo que es la mejor energía que puede haber en complemento con las demás para poder hacer más fuerte nuestro corazón, nuestra mente, nuestra alma, y solo así podemos seguir adelante con la energía de cada punto y también con la energía que nos complementa como seres humanos, con ese amor que tenemos para dar uno a otro, y ese mismo amor es el que también recae en la Madre Tierra, en la Abuela Lago, en la Abuela Luna. Gracias, Andrés, por todo. Que te acompañe el sur siempre.
Maggie. Now we are going to move to the west with Kristen. Please unmute yourself.
Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset.
Sweetly flow the days. The sun rises in the east and gives dawn to a new day.
Internet issues.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Awesome, great. Where the sun rises in the east and gives dawn to a new day and new light, the sun sets in the west, allowing for a pause on our waking life and a chance for us to commune with the divine in our sleep, to go beyond the boundaries of our consciousness. We need fear not the darkness that accompanies our sleep. The West's significance of little death in some cultures is a call to allow us to visit the dimension of our emotions and knowledge originating from our own psyche and elsewhere in the dimensions of beyond. Let's take a few seconds of silence to acknowledge the quiet otherworld that exists after the sun sets in the west and acknowledge its presence in each of us.
Buenos días a todos. Bienvenido Espíritu del Norte. Bienvenido todo lo que es firme y nos sostiene. Bienvenida a la roca, el cristal y los huesos de nuestros ancestros. Las bendiciones de nuestras ancestras, los sabios y sabias del norte, los maestros y maestras. Invocamos su guía y agradecemos por todo lo que nos comparten. El norte, el lugar que nos indica el rumbo eterno en el tiempo. Testigo de tantas luchas y reivindicaciones en nuestra Guatemala. Hogar de nuestros ancestros, montañas eternamente verdes, tierra fértil para cosechar los frutos que alimentan a la humanidad. Ubicación de flora y fauna exquisita y un clima maravilloso para rebosar de vida. Norte eterno, maravilloso, imponente. Andrés, que nunca pierda el norte. Gracias.
Hola, me llamo Sonali. I'm in the Mayan territory of Lake Atitlan, and Andrés has invited me to do the direction, and this is to the directionless. This is to the zigzag of life as we journey together in finding our path of the empath. Through the fires of passion flare hope, esperanza, that keeps our hearts alive, rooted in pursuit of the multitude of truths. From the past, through the present, into our future, rippling this essence from an energetic vortex of Lake Atitlan to the universe and beyond. This acknowledgement, an activation of the power that we each have to cast our vote in the universal council of the divine. As co-authors of the greatest story in the universe, our story called life, a true story made up by existence. Co-starring us, so dream with care, con corazón, from corazón, with heart, through the spirit that shines through the souls of all, with our gaze towards pura vida, amor, pure sweet love, para amor para todos, for love for all, with love para todos, for all entities in this divine dance of life. Then dance those dreams of love awake, uninhibited. The same way waves dance when the moon sings to a beat of time immemorial, through that one song, that one verse of the universe. Namaste, Aho Matios.
En este día muy especial quiero desearle feliz cumpleaños, que el universo reúna las mejores vibras para usted y hacia su vida. Felicidades, que lo disfrute allá en San Lucas Tolimán, en Casa Qatzij, y que este nuevo relanzamiento de la obra a través del aliento de la musa sea de mucha bendición y lleno de éxitos. Bendecir chawa at kaskia push at ola chila patenamit San Lucas Tolimán, Casa Qatzij, riahaw anaha wiki.
Just a second of silence to take in all that beautiful and magical messages from all of you. Traditionally, we would honor the four directions all together collectively, moving our bodies in the four directions and recognizing the indigenous lands that we all of us around this world currently occupy. At this moment, I'd like to transition to our querida Luca, who you all met, who will now move us through the project of Through the MuseBreath. Luca, could you kindly start us off on the fifth elements?
Thank you. It's me again. And yes, so one of the reasons we have come here together today is because of our love, our appreciation to Andrés' friendship, solidarity, and strength. And if that was not enough, he's also about to offer us a gift, a complex literary project. He's celebrating all his lifetime up to this day, together with the birthing of this literary project. So it's my turn to let you know a little bit about that. Through the MuseBreath, forthcoming on December 2021, stay tuned, is an epic domain novel, a hypertext literary project which weaves the wisdom of the cosmos with the need for revolutionary change on planet Earth through what he calls 5 elements: fiction, nonfiction, memoir, and readership participation. Those 5 elements of this literary work from the very fabric of the project. When we would be reading them, 5 color-coded domain names appear as the hypertext links in the writing, and by clicking on them, the reader moves between chapters as well as genres. So this unique literary structure allows for weaving one's own non-linear adventure through this story and nonfiction and all of those. MuseBreath is pioneering, which is not a surprise coming from Andrés, experimental electronic literature as a domain novel that hypertext these unconventional and poetic domains names into this non-linear narrative mosaic. So we need to know a little bit more, or we would like to know a little bit more about these 5 elements. And that will give us a time to get to hear about the first element. This first element, it would be start us off with the discussion of nonfiction by Andrés' dear friend, Josh Halpern. Josh has a master's degree in philosophy, cosmology, and consciousness from the California Institute of Integral Studies. And he's been one of Andrés' closest friends, not only at school, but also at the honey stand. A few of you in the Bay Area meet him with joy when he works every weekend in the San Francisco Bay Area. So thank you, Mr. Honeyman Josh, in Andrés' word. Welcome to Nonfiction.
I just want to say, Josh, welcome, and we didn't know that you would be able to join us live, so we just want to honor that you are present with us right now, and we want to thank you in advance for this amazing video that you have produced that we are all about to see about nonfiction as one of the elements of Through the MuseBreath.
Hi, I'm honored to offer my support for this project's emergence and wish Andrés and his magnum opus all the most passionately paradoxical chances to ripple out and connect with as many people as possible. Andrés' Domania was also apparently inspired by a desire I expressed a few years ago to buy LaniaKayanship.com, so please consider this part of my chance to make up for that. And I also want to emphasize that though this very short video points towards the aspects of nonfiction in this work, what's also true in a very nonfiction way is the chance for two people on seemingly opposite sides of an enchanted-disenchanted divide to also nonetheless connect and fall in love, and for that love to change the universe. Becquo is a double PhD quantum cosmologist with a focus on lunar rhythms. Astonishing discoveries occur regularly in our unfurling understanding of the structures and drives co-creating the universe, but one of the most important non-fiction planetary plot points for the purposes of this project is the protoplanet Theia smashing into a primordial Earth to create the moon. A student of the universe story myself, I'd been aware of this dramatic event as an example of generative cataclysm, that coalescing and coagulating of all the magma swirling through space, a relatively large and close-by moon was formed, and thereby perfect eclipses, the tides, our moony emotions. What I didn't understand, which Becquo helped discover, is that scientists time the introduction of water, and therefore life, because every life form we know of relies on water, with this young planetary collision. The moon, therefore, becomes the twin of life on the planet. And Milen, our polynemic protagonist, a historian activist, concerned with questions of deep time as well, primarily the rise and more vitally the fall of empire, is a student and teacher of timing, especially the timing of collapse. The Egyptians, the Romans, the Mayans, and the most death-bringing empire of our entire species, the Americans. She notices that bruised moon in July 1776, and a personally intriguing curse connected to her father's suicide. The Tecumseh Hex, condemning every U.S. president elected in a year ending in 0 from 1840 to 1960 to die in office. Our oldest president ever, elected in 2020. Could the curse return? Well, we'll see how closely the nonfiction and the autobiography and the anti-novel cosmic connections unfurl. Well,
we love you, Josh. Thank you, and thanks for being there at the honey stand.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you. Gracias, Josh. Muchísimas gracias. Nos encantó tu video. Mantuvo mi atención segundo a segundo. Y me gustaría hablar mucho de eso. Entendimos mucho sobre este elemento de la no ficción en el proyecto de Andrés. Y justo ahora, antes vamos a invitarlos a ver uno de los muchos videos de felicitaciones de cumpleaños que Andrés ha recibido de sus amados amigos y familiares. Este es de Juanita Bunch, saludando a Andrés por su cumpleaños desde Guatemala. Adelante, Juanita.
Hola, querido Andrés, muchísimas felicidades por estas 60 vueltas del sol que llevas en este planeta. Eres polvo de estrellas y has logrado y caminado junto a pueblos y sus luchas. y he hecho tanto y logrado tanto y dado tanto amor en estos 60 años. Y a propósito del fin del imperio, quiero compartir un poema. Se llama Clearing the Martha Postlethwaite y dice: Do not try to save the whole world or do anything grandiose. Instead, create a clearing in the dense forest of your life and wait there patiently until the song that is your life falls into your own cupped hands and you recognize and greet it. Only then will you know how to give yourself to this world so worthy of rescue. Y comparto este poema porque creo que el fin del imperio se da en la medida en que sanamos nuestros corazones, en que decolonizamos nuestras emociones, nuestros pensares, sentires, acciones, despatriarcalizamos el cuerpo, el sentir, el pensar, el actuar, y participamos de economías que valoran los cuidados, que valoran todo lo que da vida, que no ponen por encima las ganancias o el lucro, por encima de la vida, del bienestar, de la vida de todos los seres en este cosmos y de este hermoso planeta que habitamos. Así que sanando tú, sano yo, sanando yo, sanas tú, y así sanamos a nuestras ancestras, a nuestros ancestros y también a las futuras generaciones. Un abrazo, querido Andrés, con mucho amor.
Gracias, Juanita.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Juanita. So I have the difficult task of keeping us moving through not only the 90 minutes we've allocated for this call, but also the 5 elements. And we do have so many videos. We are going to do briefly one video from David Ruvix. And then I promise at some point later in the program, we will open up to exchange comments on all of the provoking videos, including Josh's. But right now, let me introduce David. He is a troubadour, activist, a lover of history, an amazing lyricist and poet, lyricist of protest songs. He also went to school with Andrés at Elham College. He's a longtime friend. They've even performed together while Andrés simultaneously interpreted his music. Let's welcome briefly his video contribution in the emerging themes of Through the MuseBreath.
The death toll keeps mounting. Each time I turn on my phone, another mass shooting, another free fire zone. The failed states of America, white supremacist rule, a society riven with victims and tools. The fires keep burning, completely out of control. Makes you miss the old days of the ozone hole. The snow is all melting, the lakes of Greenland. The best hope that I have, I hold in my hand. If there's a tomorrow, then when yesterday's through, you have me, and I have you. We might have to leave town, or maybe we'll fall beneath a hail of bullets at the shopping mall. Perhaps we'll be arrested, perhaps they'll pass us by. But wherever we might be, when we look up at the sky, if there's a tomorrow, yesterday's through, you have me, and I have you. They can call it natural, made by humankind. We'd like it to be different, but this is the place we find, the one we inherit, the one we're in now. Whatever might come of the future, why, when, how? If there's a tomorrow, then when yesterday's through, you have me, and I have you. If there's a tomorrow, then when yesterday's through, you have me, and I have you. I have you. Thank you very much.
Muchísimas gracias. Si existe un mañana, hermosa canción revolucionaria a nivel cósmico. Andrés la llamaría cosmolucionaria. Y más vale que nos vayamos acostumbrando a los juegos de palabras de nuestro querido amigo que nos acompañarán todo el tiempo en la novela que lo está escribiendo. David Robbix está de gira en este momento, por lo que no podía acompañarnos en persona y nos mandó esta maravillosa canción. Para seguir conociendo más sobre esta antinovela de Andrés, vamos a escuchar a la doctora Sangeeta Priya, naturópata, residente en Berkeley, California, pero en vivo y a todo color desde la Casa Qatzij en San Lucas, Tolimán. Sangeeta nos hablará sobre el segundo elemento del proyecto, los dominios, esa parte fundamental de la infraestructura del Internet y que son también parte fundamental de esta novela. Y nos hablará del tercer elemento, la participación de los lectores. La doctora Sangeeta Priya es no solo la asesora técnica del proyecto que tiene este nombre tan bello a través del aliento de la musa, sino me emociona decir que es la persona que más y mejor está desempeñando el papel de musa en esta aventura de vida en que se ha convertido la antinovela de Andrés. Bien, Sangeeta.
Thank you, Qatzij, for such a beautiful and I don't know how well-deserved introduction, but thank you. Thank you for having me as well. I'm probably the newest member of this team in the last few weeks. And of course, Andrés gave me the two most difficult elements to discuss. So I will do my very best to explain them so that everyone can understand. So domain novel and participatory readership are the two elements that really define and make this multi-genre literary project unique. As an online novel, it has its own domain, and then within each chapter, there are color-coded links that, when clicked on, take you to unique domain names that give bits of information about historical fact or memoir vignette or something about the science to that particular chapter. And each of those unique domains, some of them at least, are made up of new words, neologisms. So you might come across a URL called dark.energy or yestermorrow.today. And they will explain something about the story, but they also introduce people to new words that are used throughout the story. And as part of funding the project, some of these unique domain names will also be for sale through domainswithconscience.com. So people can participate in that way. Readers can also participate through each chapter. You have to click on something to get to the next chapter. So you can simply read the fictional story, or you can click through to the various links and read about other deeper layers of the underlying foundation of the story. I think I got all of the pieces there. So thank you, everyone.
Wonderful, Sangeeta, Doctora. Thank you so much. Ooh la la. We get to experience some love through the screen here. So exciting. And we have Sangeeta to join us later in the call. So stay on, folks, and chat with Sangeeta and Andrés more and share your public comments on the chat. But we will keep on moving through the program, and I will hand the mic back off to my co-host, Chati, to introduce some more interactive.
Gracias, Angélica, querida, muchísimas gracias. Pasamos ahora a un poema de Andrés que aparece en la obra A través del aliento de la musa. Para presentar ese poema, queremos utilizar las palabras de Erika Chilomé, que aparecieron en el prólogo de su libro El poemario del colibrí, que escribió cuando ella y su padrino Andrés pasaron 2 meses aquí en San Lucas, Tolimán, en 2019. Erika deseaba muchísimo estar este día celebrando la vida de su padrino, pero vive en el campo y, como todos nosotros, de vez en cuando y con más frecuencia de lo que desearíamos, tiene problemas con su internet que no van a ser resueltos hasta la próxima semana. Entonces me ha dado el honor, el privilegio de leer parte de la carta que ella escribió a su padrino Andrés en el poemario del colibrí. Querido padrino, has pasado muchos años aprendiendo y descubriendo que la luna tiene poder profético en los ciclos de nuestra liberación política, social,
political, social, and personal. This exploration is a direct act of healing yourself and the inheritance of your Anglo forefathers, as well as a means of walking creatively into a legacy of your Argentinian-born mother. You mention that the wisdom of the life and death cycles the moon teaches us has led you to write about the central theme of home. I remind you lovingly, as I eat my plátanos and frijoles, that those of us who hold indigenous coding of the lunar cycles in our bodies through blood and tears have always had this wisdom. Some of us have not forgotten. Others have been brave enough to remember. You thank me and humbly accept this truth, after which you continue to inform me that within the next 18 years, we will see the fall of the patriarchal empire because the rhythms of the moon have deemed it to be true. If all white men become in the least bit humble, joyful, and hungry to contextualize this ancient cosmic wisdom as you have been, dear Godfather. I believe it will indeed. My beloved Andresino, made of stardust, as we've said 3 times this morning, made of stardust, and as such, an inhabitant of ethereal regions, Andresino, friend and brother, you need no introduction. Not before you all, friends who are here precisely because you know him very well and because you love him. Welcome, birthday boy. I'm so grateful with Erika and the whole world who has shared.
Y mi querida Sanguita, gracias por hablar de los elementos. Josh, tu video es increíble y estoy muy agradecido. Quiero compartir algunos de los poemas que aparecen a través del aliento de la musa. Son 4 líneas de un poeta español. Escribió un poema muy largo, pero estas 4 líneas definen que
en español, escribió un poeta muy largo, pero las 4 líneas que él comparte son las 4 líneas más conocidas y de eso se sale la ley de Campo Amor. Why is this important, this law of Campo Amor? Because it's related to the first truth about truth. It turns out there are 5 truths about truth, and we're not going to tell you what they are on this call. You're going to have to read the book in order to find out what those 5 truths are. But the first truth is that truth is perspectival. No vamos a compartir en esta llamada las 5 verdades acerca de la verdad, porque eso van a tener que leer en la novela, pero lo que queremos es compartir sobre la primera verdad acerca de la verdad, y eso es que la verdad es perspectival, y este poema de Campo Amor lo dice claramente. This poem from Campo Amor speaks about truth as perspectival like none other, but it's also important to know that the Spanish original version says it very clearly. This poem has been translated to English, but never ever with the rhyme. So my translation of his 4 lines really speaks to truth as perspectival. Ahora vamos a leer el poema en español y luego en inglés, y la parte en inglés nunca ha salido con rima hasta ahora, cuando yo lo he traducido con rima y todo. En este mundo traidor, nada es verdad ni mentira. Todo es según el color del cristal con que se mira. In this world of all betrayed, no truth exists, nor lies. Depends upon how colors shade our perspectival eyes.
Thank you, Andrés. So I invite everybody.
Gracias, Andrés.
Let's turn on the interpretation again, please. Tech team. Gracias. So I invite everybody to move their bodies. I know
Gracias.
To be in front of.
Invito a todos a mover su cuerpo.
And we will continue.
Y continuaremos.
And you know why? Because we have it in Spanish. 1 second.
No puedo escuchar en español. Ok. tenía la interpretación prendida. Tengo el honor de presentar a nuestra querida Nani y continuaremos con estos elementos y ahora compartiremos el cuarto de este proyecto con Nani desde Puerto Rico en la isla Boricua y compartirá memoria y algunas de las historias forman parte de la parte autobiografía de Nani. Por favor, prende tu micrófono.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm so
Gracias. Estoy muy feliz de ser parte de este evento. Es un privilegio que me hayan pedido hablar de las memorias que son de Andrés. Lo conocí hace 20 años cuando su madre ya no estaba, pero tenía mucha influencia en él. Estaba luchando por la liberación de su hermano y Andrés, que estaba en la primaria, fue cuando obtuvo su pensamiento político. En mi oficina me pidió que si podía dormir en mi oficina en Washington cuando estaba en una huelga de hambre. Todo Puerto Rico se había reunido para terminar el bombardeo de esta contaminación cancerígena que estaba matando a sus habitantes. ¿Por qué, Andrés? He entendido después de muchos años que el universo busca entender desde nuestros ojos y Andrés ha determinado a hacerlo. Con sus visitas en casa vi que estaba cubriendo mucho territorio virtualmente y en persona. Cualquier cosa que pasara, él estaba ahí, produjo una película sobre las tácticas de los militares, lideró una iniciativa para liberar a los prisioneros de Guantánamo, acompañar al presidente de Zelaya hasta Honduras, hablar sobre la democracia en Latinoamérica, estudiar cosmología con Joanna Macy y todo mientras compartía compasión y amor con sus amigos, familia y sus amantes. Después empezó una historia fascinante que con sus palabras empezaron a escribirlo a él. Todas estas posiciones políticas, pasión por el planeta, empezaron a juntarse en esta narrativa sobre las fases de la luna. Esta historia creció y me pregunto si en algún momento sí va a poder poner todo, pero Andrés es muy aventurero y está muy envuelto en este mundo virtual y logró mandarnos a todos. Así.
Through the MuseBreath, a roadmap of many directions, each at the click of a link that will show us the unfolding of the universe as relates particularly to empire, as tracked by our very own moon, plus the underlying story that Andrés has experienced with indefatigable love and passion. This is the element of memoir, my friends. Glory be to God and goddesses all. Happy birthday, my beloved Andrés. Happy birth MuseBreath.
Gracias, muchas gracias, 2 y 3 veces, mi querida Nani, siempre compartiendo tu sabiduría. Muchísimas gracias. Más adelante vamos a tener tiempo, el micrófono va a estar abierto para cualquier persona que desee contarnos dónde está o comentar sobre las presentaciones de los 5 elementos de la antinovela de Andrés, sobre la canción hermosa, si existe un mañana, y también sobre ese impresionante video de Josh. Pero ahora queremos seguir disfrutando del motivo especial de nuestra reunión y queremos seguir escuchando y sabiendo más de este habitante de las regiones etéreas. Adelante, Dresiño.
Estoy muy conmovido. I'm going to speak in English.
En inglés, estoy conmovido por mi corazón, está feliz y ahora voy a hablar de uno de los elementos de la historia de A través del aliento de la musa, y ya saben que hay 5 elementos y nuestros colegas han hablado sobre los otros 4. Los elementos son de la novela, pero es una antinovela y es ficción y es una historia que he dicho en muchos años, que es una historia que me escribe a mí. Esta historia puede resumirse en una frase que no voy a leer, pero les invito a que la lean después para aprender en una frase sobre la historia. Voy a intentar describir eso ahorita, pero también los invito a ir al sitio web que se llama musebreath.com, en español alentonamusa.com. ¿Qué es la historia? Es sobre ella, una historiadora del imperio, y está fascinada con las lunas azules. Es una activista y es músico. Ella está cantando en el capítulo que se llama Pentagon. Esto se traduce como pentágono. Entonces, ella quiere acabar con el imperio de economía y militares, pero también todos los tipos de imperios, y tiene que ver con el amor a las lunas azules. Ella nació cuando nació también el concepto de luna azul. Es la segunda luna llena en un mes y hoy es luna llena. La única manera en que puede ser es otra definición de los 1800, en donde definen como la tercera luna llena en una temporada de 4 lunas llenas. Por eso también hoy es luna azul. Pero también cabe en la definición más común de luna azul, que emergió en la cultura pop en 1980, y sé esto porque es el cumpleaños de esta mujer. Ella cambia su nombre muchas veces y nunca lo puede escribir de la misma manera. Otro personaje es un científico que está fascinado con la luna y él quiere saber sobre el impacto que el impacto que dio el nacimiento a la luna y el agua. Agua es la vida en la luna. El agua es la gemela de la luna. Hay un evento de un eclipse y se hace un doctorado en cosmología cuántica. Juntos traen su pasión por la luna y por este eclipse. Cuando combinas la luna azul y la luna de sangre, descubren que han habido 4 que ocurrieron el año de la luna azul doble. Esto les ayuda a ver a la revolución de agricultura cuando inventaron esta dominación como racismo, todos los ismos que llevan a dominación por poder. Y ahora estamos en el imperio más grande económico y militar, que es Estados Unidos. 7 años está relacionado con la caída del imperio, y este ciclo al final, en 60 años, será el final de todo el tipo de imperio, y este es el mensaje de a través de la linterna de la luna. Descubrieron esto porque esto es parte que no es ficción. Estamos actualmente en un ciclo de 38 años que no ha existido en más de 5,000 años. Y esto es que la luna nos está diciendo que cuando el supremacismo emerge y cuando va a terminar, y nosotros, hermanos, estamos en un momento histérico en el que la humanidad, según estos personajes, y que me convencen también a mí que es verdad, estamos en este momento de no solo el final del imperio más grande, pero también de las expresiones de dominación patológica en 16 años, el final de todos los imperios. Y eso es algo que debemos de lograr. Qatzij nos va a llevar a la fiesta que continuará.
Not the best part. Everything has been wonderful.
No es la mejor parte, todo ha sido muy bueno.
Pero después de escuchar al cumpleañero, y tengo que contarles que al principio de la pandemia, Andrés, no tuvimos tiempo de hablar sobre su proyecto. Y cuando él me anunció oficialmente el fin del imperio, yo me llené de esperanza y les juro que rejuvenecí muchos años. Así que esta es la mejor ocasión para que brindemos por la vida de Andrés, por todas sus aventuras y por este maravilloso proyecto que todos estamos esperando ansiosamente. Quiero invitarlos a todos y todas, donde quiera que se encuentren, a levantar su copa de vino, su copa de champán, su taza de café o de té, su vaso de agua, lo que tengan en la mano, y decir: a tu salud, Andrés. Y
gracias. A tu salud, Andrés. Andrés, a tu salud.
A tu salud, cariño.
Larga vida, Andrés. Una buena tequila.
A tu salud, Andrés.
Absolutely. This is only a promise for future opportunities, Andrés.
Salud.
A hope and a promise.
We want cake. Queremos pastel.
Sí.
Pastel, sí.
Otro.
Veo que hay muy buenas cantantes en la audiencia, así es que alguien nos va a liderar en cantarle a Andrés feliz cumpleaños y ya queremos pastel. De aquí en adelante el micrófono está
Y también chocolate.
para que todas brinden por Andrés. Feliz cumpleaños.
Here is Andrés' cake.
Gracias, cierto.
Gracias, Neto.
He's going to come over and blow out the candles.
A piece for all of you.
Make a wish.
Please show us what it says.
Can you read it?
Can you read it? Es la luna.
Read it upside down.
You look like the cake.
Andrés. Hey, I do. My dress matches.
Yes, perfectamente.
I'll read it now. It says, Andrés, shooting star, felices 60.
Andrés, estrella fugaz, feliz cumpleaños 60, con luna azul, feliz.
With the MuseBreath, con el aliento de la musa.
Bueno, enciendan las velas.
Ya se encendieron.
Ok, cantemos pues. Pueden cantar a lo loco. Happy birthday, feliz cumpleaños. A la 1, a las 2 y a las 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
30, 40,
50, 60.
¿Es posible?
Es posible.
I want to share something that's special. I want to share that actually this morning, Sangeeta and I had a conversation, and we decided to have a surprise. And the surprise is that in the future, at some possible date, we will have a special announcement for you, but not now.
Oh.
I said it's possible.
Say it.
Possibility in the future, and nothing has been agreed so far. So since we had a conversation that maybe something at some time in the future may occur, but it's not occurring yet.
Okay. David Hartso is waiting for you, Andrés.
Yeah.
David Hartso is waiting.
Podemos tener un adelanto, algo como un beso o algo así.
Yeah.
Y la música.
Oh, do you want me to show the videos?
So as mentioned, everyone, we're going to play music just to transition. People can get up and dance, por favor, bailan. And then Andreas and others who would like and who have time, please stay on to continue the exchange. It was so wonderful to see all of you. Much heart, much love. And let's get up and dance. Yeto, DJ, por favor.
Si la música no está lista, podemos seguir con las personas que no pudieron decirnos dónde están.
Yo tengo una sugerencia. I have a suggestion, and that is we have a song that was written for me that arrived yesterday, and it's written by my friend Carlos in Tegucigalpa, Honduras. Carlos is a singer-songwriter and a constructor and a writer, and he's going to sing his song, and then we're going to have marimba music.
Bueno, vamos a presentar a Checha y sus teclas morenas.
Querido hermano Andrés Conteris, tú eres mi hermano del alma, realmente el amigo.
Hicieron un video.
Que todo camino y jornada está siempre conmigo. Aunque eres un hombre, aún tienes alma de niño. Aquel que me da su amistad, su respeto y cariño. No preciso ni decir todo esto que te digo, pero es bueno así sentir que eres tú mi gran amigo. No preciso ni decir todo esto que te digo, pero es bueno así sentir que yo tengo un gran amigo. Abrazo a la distancia.
Gracias a todos. Listo, Yeto.
Dale, pues.
¡Bailarines del mundo!
Que venga a grabar con mi camioneta mejor.
Does anybody have anything they want to share right now? Or we have some videos that we want to show. Anybody, the floor is open right now. Anybody want to share?
Hey, Andrés. Hey, Andrés. This is Michael from Denmark.
Okay, Qatzij, tell the people that the floor is open right now for some sharing, and then we'll go back to Marimba.
Okay, Michael, you can go on with your greeting.
Michael, puedes ir. Ahora es tu turno.
Hey there.
Hola.
I'm glad to be able to join you.
Estoy muy contento de poderme unir.
Unfortunately, I haven't been able to come with comments because I've been on my way driving home from Copenhagen, but I've been attending and been hearing all your wonderful words about Andrés. I'm probably one of the guys who have known Andrés the longest. I didn't see Sonia. If she's there, of course, she's known you longer, but we've known each other since 1980. It goes way back to Elton College. And it's a pleasure. It's a greeting to be your friend. You are the essence of a friend. You are the best. And we always have a good time. We always have really good discussions. And we always have a big laugh. And that's very important. I mean, come on. I know all this empire stuff. You know me, Andrés. I'm not that keen to that. But I know that in all this, it's always very, very important also to be able to laugh. Not only laugh with each other, but also of each other. Yes. So I love you much. And you know what? I'm looking forward to see you as soon as it's possible. Take care, my friend. Good to see you. You're looking sharp. You're looking sharp.
Thanks, Mikel.
Sonia. I am Andres's sister, and I have known him just a wee bit longer, Michael, so you're all right. And I would just like to say that as I was growing up and Andrés developed some of his very fine character that you have all experienced, I came to a saying that I created about him and is very appropriate for this group of people, because I think you'll agree that Andrés is the kind of people that people talk about. And in many of the situations throughout the years, that has become evident. My husband at one time was watching the news, and he said, "Sonia, come over here. I think your brother is on television." And he was there standing in front of a tank and stopping it as it went through Washington, and proceeded to be interrupted by some of the demonstrations that were happening. So, happy birthday, my brother. I can't be there this minute, but I will be there tomorrow, and we will celebrate some more. So, blessings. My husband Paul.
Y aquí está mi esposo.
Happy birthday, Andrés.
Feliz cumpleaños, Andrés.
And I've always said for many decades, you're the
siempre he dicho por tantas décadas
courageous person
que eres
that I know.
muy apasionado y
And I will
tienes
say
mucho
also
valor,
that you
eres
are a
el más apasionado que conozco y también vas a ser un gran orador.
All right. Thank
Muy
you.
bien, gracias a todos.
That's why the fourth truth about truth is
Por
that truth
eso,
is paradoxical,
la
Paul. So thank you.
Verdad es que la verdad es paradójica. Así que, Paul, gracias.
So this is Chris, if you can hear me.
Aquí soy Chris, si me pueden escuchar.
Chris, we hear you. Thank you. So
Sí,
good
te
to see
escuchamos,
you.
Chris. Es buenísimo.
I'm
estarte
probably
viendo.
the only person on the call that's known you longer than Sonia.
Tal vez soy la única persona en esta llamada que te conozco más
We were
tiempo que
babies
Sonia,
when we first
porque
met.
éramos bebés cuando nos conocimos.
And Sonia wasn't born yet.
Y Sonia ni había nacido.
My story that comes to mind for us,
La
and
historia que me viene a la
I
mente
typically end
ahora,
up in Spanish when I start
y
looking
es
at you.
que
We were
me
in
quedo pensando
Tegucigalpa
en español cuando te veo.
on
Estábamos en
vacation, and
Tegucigalpa
Andrés
de
took
vacaciones,
me and my
Andrés,
girlfriend to the Center
nos
of
llevó a mí y a
Victims
mi
of Torture,
novia al centro
el Centro
de
de
Víctimas
Víctimas
y
de
Torturas.
and they asked us to go speak at the
Nos
UN to
pidieron
get
que
a
fuéramos a hablar a las Naciones
telephone line, a
Unidas
dial-out
en
back
una
then, 1994.
línea de teléfono que había que marcar
for
en
the churches and
1994
non-profits to actually have
para todas
email
las
access
iglesias y
outside
las
the country.
organizaciones que estaban
My
involucradas
girlfriend was so
en
afraid when
el
we got
país.
there because it was so
Mi novia tenía
formal
miedo de que llegáramos ahí porque
men
era
in
todo muy
uniforms
formal
and things.
y todos los
So she
hombres
sat
en
out in the
uniforme.
hallway while we
Y ella mejor se
negotiated the
quedó en
first
el pasillo
9600 baud dial-out
cuando
from
estábamos
the
haciendo
UN
la
for the
llamada
churches.
desde las Naciones
Why I
Unidas.
find that interesting is
Lo que
Andrés
me
can
parece
take
interesante
anything and
es
turn it into
que
good.
Andrés puede tomar lo que
So I show
sea
up
y
to go out
convertirlo en
to
algo
the
bueno.
beach, and he takes me off to negotiate
Así que
access
después de eso
from
nos
the
lleva
communist
a
government.
la
But
playa
those are my
y empieza a negociar
one of
el
my
acceso
Andrés stories,
con
but
uno de los
that one just
representantes
is
de
quintessential
gobierno.
Andrés. So happy birthday,
Es muy
primo.
esencial, Andrés, que te desee un gran feliz cumpleaños, primo.
Chris, it's so good to
Muchas
see you.
gracias, primo. Es tan bueno verte. Muchas gracias.
What's next?
Hello, dear Tio.
Hola, querido tío.
Hold on. Is it unmuted there? Am I echoey here for you guys? Or is it just...
Tengo mucho eco para todos. Sí.
One of the computers, Kayla.
Turn off that
Tienes
one.
que desactivar el de la computadora. Sí, vamos a desactivarlo.
Okay, great.
Mejor.
Hello, dear Tio. I am
Hola, querido
Andrés'
tío.
niece.
Soy la sobrina
And
de
I'm
Andrés.
Kiki. I'm a
Y
friend
yo
of
soy
Andrés,
Kiki,
who I love
una
very
amiga
much.
de
I call him
Andrés,
Tio as well.
que también le llamo tío.
And then this is Thomas, my boyfriend.
Y este es Tomás, mi novio.
And we just want to say
Hola.
hello and that
We love you
Y
so
queremos
much,
decir hola, que te
Tio,
queremos
and Bella's here to say
tanto,
hello as
Tio,
well.
y también nuestra pequeña
And we miss
perrita,
Qatzij,
que
and we so wish we could
extrañamos
be
a Qatzij,
We
tu
just adore you
perrita,
and your
te
spirit,
adoramos, y tu espíritu,
energy.
y tu amor, y tu energía.
What a beautiful
Muchos besos.
celebration, and thank you to
Qué
everyone
bonita celebración, y gracias
so
a todos
special.
porque lo
Loved
hicieron
it.
tan
Hear all the
especial.
stories
Nos
and all the
encantó
beautiful words
todas
and
las
just the
historias y
eloquence.
las
It's
hermosas
very
palabras,
humbling
todos muy
to hear you all
elocuentes.
speak, and
Y
it's
es
a privilege to be
muy,
here with you.
nos hace
Thank you for
humildes
including us.
escucharlos. Y desde aquí te agradecemos y felicitamos.
Thomas, Kiki,
Gracias por
and
incluirnos.
Kayla, thank you so much for
Thomas,
your love
Kiki,
and for
Kayla,
being
muchas
here to
gracias por su
celebrate
amor y
with me.
estar aquí conmigo
Les
y
quiero mucho. I
celebrando.
love you
Los
so
quiero
much.
mucho.
Greetings from India. I hope you are doing well and happy birthday. I am really admiring your work of helping others, lifting them up. I especially admire your support of Dupri Library, where in Kabul, Afghanistan, we are helping the children. I'm really looking forward to the conference on 22nd. And I'm really looking forward to your book, End of Empire. I can't wait to read it. And everybody at Dupri Library in Kabul, Afghanistan, they're wishing you a very happy birthday. Have a great, great day, dear Andrés.
Feliz cumpleaños a ti, feliz cumpleaños a ti, feliz cumpleaños a ti, feliz cumpleaños, padrino.
Gracias, mi querida ahijada.
Gracias Andrés por incluirnos.
Anybody else right now who's still on the
¿Alguien más
call? We
que
still have 20
quiera
people. Anybody who
ya
wants to share
hablar,
this time, you're most
compartir
welcome.
algo en este
Ahora
tiempo, son
pueden hablar en
bienvenidos.
español o inglés. Ahora, si quieren mandar un saludo o lo que sea, bienvenido, bienvenida.
Hola, yo quiero, qué bueno que dijiste que se puede hablar en español. Andrés, soy Iris. Creo que de todas las personas que están acá, no sé si se escucha bien, soy probablemente la que tiene menor tiempo de conocerte, pero realmente en este tiempo tan pequeño he notado y he vivido y he disfrutado la gran persona que tú eres. Yo quiero darte muchísimas gracias por estar en nuestro país, por compartir todo lo que has compartido, por inspirarte en muchas de nuestras personas, por dar tu corazón. Es un corazón tan grande y tan especial que realmente le damos muchísimas gracias a la vida, a Dios, por tenerte dentro de nuestras vidas, por participar y dar un poquito de todo lo grande que tienes dentro. Sé que hay mucho más de ti excepcional, tu trabajo, tus esfuerzos, tu triunfo, pero realmente lo que más me impresiona es tu gran corazón, Andrés. Gracias por enseñarnos, gracias por compartir lo que eres, gracias porque contigo aprendemos a querer, a dar incondicionalmente. Muy feliz cumpleaños. Gracias por esos 60 años de vida que has dado al mundo y estás dando ahora a Guatemala. Te quiero mucho, mi gran amigo. Te quiero mucho y gracias por los momentos de solidaridad también. Un beso.
Ay, Iris, qué especial lo que compartes de todo corazón. Quiero a tu país, Guatemala. Iris, thank you so much that what you have shared from the depths of your heart. I love you dearly and I love your people in Guatemala.
Me encanta tu gente en
Anyone else
Guatemala.
wants to share
¿Alguien
in
más
English
que
or in
quiera
Spanish?
compartir en inglés o en español?
Erica.
Andrés, soy Erika.
Huge congratulations on your book.
Enormes felicitaciones por tu libro.
Hey, Erica, yeah.
Hola,
You're
Erika.
muted.
Oh, sorry. Huge
¿está bien?
congratulations on your book. Can you hear me?
¿Puedes
Now you're
escucharme?
muted.
Yeah, thank you.
I've been, I met Andrés in grad school.
Conocí a
Studying
Andrés
philosophy,
en la
cosmology, and
universidad,
consciousness, and he's been wanting
estudiando
to write
cosmología y
for
filosofía,
years
y desde
and years,
entonces
and has been
ha
writing.
querido estar
And has been
escribiendo. Siempre ha
We had those
estado
moments where
escribiendo.
the want was greater
Tuvimos
than
los
the was, but
momentos en que
has
era
been writing.
más grande
Huge
el
congratulations,
IVA
I'm
a
thrilled
el
for
lago.
you.
Pero de verdad, de
Thrilled
enormes
for you. Read what you put
felicitaciones.
on the website.
Qué bueno por ti.
Yeah.
Sí.
And what a gift to the world to
Y
have
qué
your
buen
voice out
regalo
there.
para
And with
el
all
mundo.
the magic and mystery of
Toda
the
la
cosmos
magia
with it.
y el misterio del cosmos
Erica, I'm
integrado
so
en tu
grateful
libro.
for what you share, and you know, you were the
Erika,
person
muchas
who was the
gracias
very
por
first
compartir.
to
Tú
be
eres la primera que
concerned
fue la
about my
primera
writing
que
in terms of
tenía
the security of it, and
interés
you
en
offered
mi
to be a
escribir
backup for
y
everything
te
that I wrote.
ofreciste
So you've
para
been
poder
supporting
hacer
this from the very beginning. I just love you dearly, and I'm so
un
happy that you
archivo de
could
todo
be
lo que
with
yo
us
iba
celebrating.
escribiendo.
Gracias,
Estoy muy
querida.
agradecido
Thrilled to
y
you.
con muchísimo cariño para ti y te doy las gracias.
Hey, so I'm recording this video from my parents' house in Jerba, and this is actually my first summer after almost 5 years in France. And the last one I spent here was in 2015 when I actually met Andrés for the second time in Tunisia. And we spent so much funny time together, and we shared a lot and so many beautiful moments. So while I'm here, I keep remembering those memories, and it's actually so precious. They're so precious. I just wanted to say happy birthday to you, Andrés. Best wishes. And good luck with your very interesting writing project. Bye bye.
Oh, Sahar, you are in my heart.
Ay,
It's
Sahar,
such a
estás en
beautiful
mi
thing to hear
corazón.
your blessed words.
Es
So much
muy
love.
bonito oír tus palabras y tus bendiciones.
Does anybody want to share anything else? ¿Hay alguien
¿Alguien
aquí que
quisiera
quiere compartir
compartir?
algo? We're going to have a video now, and we're grateful to Sangeeta for being our technical advisor.
Tenemos mucho agradecimiento por Sangeeta, que es nuestra consejera técnica.
Feliz cumpleaños, padrino, que cumplan más.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. I am so grateful for an opportunity like this to celebrate you and honor you and thank you for being such a wonderful cosmic brother to me in this lifetime. We've shared so many soulful adventures and high-spirited times celebrating the awe and wonder of being alive in this great big universe story. And I always leave an encounter with you feeling uplifted and elevated, and what a precious gift to share in these times. So needed. Your effervescent spirit is so refreshing, so effervescent. You're like the best kind of a trip. So thank you for that. And yeah, I really see you, and I'm excited for all your birthing at this moment in time, this special turn around the sun. And I celebrate you and treasure you, and I love you. Happy birthday.
Lori, you are a treasure in my life.
Andrés, queremos decirte de todo corazón, feliz cumpleaños y que la pases de lo mejor. Honduras te quiere, te ama y gracias por todo lo que haces por la nación, por la tierra, por la Pachamama y por ese cariño incondicional que tienes para con cada una de nosotros. Te apreciamos mucho. Abrazos. Que cumpla muchos años más y espero que su libro sea todo un éxito.
Gracias, Marina y Johanna, desde San Pedro Sula, en Honduras.
Por incluirnos.
Andrés, estamos acá en Brasil. Quería desearte un muy lindo feliz cumple de 60, una fecha muy importante. Con toda el alma. Este año te recuerdo, te voy a ir a visitar muy pronto, ya sabes, y vas a conocer a tu nietito nuevo. Así que te regalo esa sorpresa si no la sabías. Probablemente vamos acá con mi compa, vamos a tener un hijito el año que viene, así que serás abuelo, no sé si por primera vez, capaz que no, pero una vez más, tío abuelo. Eso, mucho amor a vos, es súper bien y nos vemos en el futuro.
Hola, ay Conrado, estoy tan conmovido con tu noticia que tú vas a ser papá. I am so moved to learn the news right now in this way that Conrado, the son of my first cousin Claudia in Buenos Aires, Argentina, where she is going to be a father, and Conrado is speaking to us from Brazil. Muchas gracias, hermanito Conrado, y felicidades, y quiero conocer a tu hijo o hija. Marie will speak from Lima, Peru.
Big hugs and greetings to you from Lima, Peru, where I hope that I can see you sometime again soon. I love the idea that we can speak about what we hope to end in terms of domination, systems of domination. I would like to focus on patriarchy, particularly because the patriarchy that I think that we need to abolish is the capitalist speciest, ableist, really just represents everything that I think is wrong with our societies in general. And I think that the root is actually related to patriarchy itself. So I would like to think that in 60 years, maybe we'll see that, or maybe it will be 120 years. But I love the fact that we're working together and that your friends and your loved ones are sending you messages for that. And just to end with the message of what our Argentinian feminist sisters would say is, se va a caer. El patriarcado se va a caer. Ok, felicidades.
Gracias, querida Marie, desde Lima, Perú. Thank you so much. And the patriarchy, yes, it will fall. Se va a caer el patriarcado. Luca now will speak, and I just want to say a word about Luca. We've known each other for 15 years, and the last 2 months, Luca and I have been in touch almost every single day about this story, Through the MuseBreath. And Luca, sometimes 3-4 hours a day is working. We are writing the story together. She is the executive producer of this event today. And if you got anything out of it, we all devote deep gratitude. Muy querida Luca, muchísimas gracias porque tú eres la productora ejecutiva de este proyecto hoy, y también tú y yo hemos estado reuniéndonos muchas horas a diario por los últimos 2 meses, y yo te agradezco de todo corazón y alma. Y cuando cae el imperio, when the empire, all empires fall, todos los imperios cuando caen, la gran mayoría del crédito va a ir a nuestra querida Luca Rangel. Luca Rangel will get the great credit for the fall of all empire. Woo!
Can you hear me? You cannot hear me, right?
Oh, I can. Okay. All right. And come on. Manage interpretation. I'm trying to manage. I need to get rid of the screen, please. Okay, because I can't manage if the screen is there. I'm trying to get. I can't. Oh wait. Okay. Now talk. Luca, we're thankful for your interpretation right now, and now you're able to share with us. Thank you.
Gracias. Thank you. I'm going to start in English, but then I will translate. Voy a decirlo en inglés y luego paso al español. So, well, thank you for your kind words. It's been definitely a pleasure. Just, I share with what Joanna Macy, I hope all of those we are right now were in the call when she was talking to us, which was a real gift. And when she was saying, just by looking at your faces, it's like a big smile throughout the whole call, by looking at so many faces, and that we are those humans who give time to share, to smile, to be patient in the, Spanish, English, and so on. Now, Spanish. Ahora quiero decirles que estoy muy agradecida por tus palabras, Andrés, y ha sido un placer, en realidad, y un honor. Y si algunos de ustedes estuvieron en el momento que nuestra invitada especial, Joanna Macy, estuvo hablando de tantas verdades, pero sobre todo la alegría de poder ver tantas caras unidas en esta llamada, que somos personas que dedicamos nuestro tiempo, nuestra intención, reunirnos, hablar, compartir, tener paciencia por el español y el inglés y los videos. Así que gracias a todos. And speaking of producing, I really want to just mention all the people involved. So, of course, we would not be here without Andrés writing an anti-novel and celebrating his 60th birthday. So thank you, Estrella, again. Joanna Macy, as I mentioned, she is 92 years old recently and still there, with all that energy that's so inspiring, and being able to, not able, but being willing to talk to us. Josh, I think you're still there in your honey stand. It was a great video, and I know challenging for going down to 3 minutes trying to talk such an amazingly great and complex topic as it is the science and history behind the novel. Of course, Sangeeta, that she's helping so much and being a pillar on the tech part, but also willing to share publicly about these second and third elements of the online part of the novel. Nani, I think she's not here anymore, but she was all the way from Puerto Rico sharing all these stories from Vieques and your personality. And then, of course, our thank you so much, Masters of Ceremony, Chati Cajas, all the way here in San Lucas, Tolimán. Chati, gracias. Thank you so much. And Angelica, who is not here now anymore, but doing a great job all the way from Nuevo Mexico, New Mexico. And many, many hours. You know, every production is so many hours behind being here today. And then Yeto Garcia in San Lucas. Ahora lo digo en español. I was in Spanish in a minute. So thank you for bringing the marimba, the production, and the chairs, and the cake, and the hours of testing the language. Thank you so much. David Robics with his video, even though he was not online. And the interpreters to Spanish. Those of you who were joining in those channels, you heard Ivana Martinez from Mexico City translating to Spanish, and Alexis Madrigal, two Mexican young girls, but Alexis was translating to English from Portland, Oregon. And the tech coordinator also, as well as Sangeeta, Kayla, Andrés's niece, all the way from Minnesota. And that's it. So let me just do it quickly in Spanish. Así que muchas gracias a todas las personas que hablaron. Obviamente no estaríamos aquí sin Andrés jugándonos la broma de cumplir 60 años y escribiendo una antinovela. Eso fue lo que nos trajo juntos este día, donde tenemos una oportunidad de celebrar y sonreír. A nuestra invitada especial, Joanna Macy, desde Berkeley, California, a sus 92 años, todavía con esta energía muy hermosa de compartir, de sonreír y de alegrarse. Josh, desde también California, y vendiendo miel, nos envió su video y ha sido un reto para él poder decir en 3 minutos un tema tan complejo como historia y ciencia que soporta a la novela. Sangeeta, muchísimas gracias por este reto de decir todo sobre la parte en línea del hipertexto y los dominios y tal, aparte de apoyar en lo técnico. Nani, que ya no está en este momento, pero estuvo desde Puerto Rico hablando sobre las experiencias que no son pocas y teniendo que escoger alguna desde Vieques, la isla de Vieques en Puerto Rico con Andrés. Y a Yeto, desde San Lucas, Tolimán, que está aquí con nosotros, Héctor García, coordinando desde las sillas y la marimba y el pastel y los invitados y las pruebas de sonido, tantas veces apoyándonos. Muchísimas gracias, Yeto, que no nos conocemos en persona, pero espero que algún día. Y David, que nos envió su video de música cosmolucionaria, revolucionaria, y compartiendo. Y las hermosas Chati Cajas, también desde Guatemala, y Angélica desde Nuevo México, que tuvieron esta fluir de la llamada como maestras de ceremonia y moderadoras. Muchísimas gracias por su cariño, Andrés, y todo el proyecto. Y las intérpretes, 2 chicas jóvenes, desde mexicanas ambas, una desde la Ciudad de México, Ivana Martínez al español, y Alexis Madrigal desde Portland al inglés. Y nuestra coordinadora técnica, Kayla, la sobrina de Andrés. Acabé, disculpen, pero es la parte de los agradecimientos, parece que me dieron un premio. Gracias.
Muchas gracias, querida Luca. Pues, before we start, Josh, are you able to share with us? If you can unmute, Josh, and share with us a few words before we sign off. Josh. Maybe Josh can. Josh, maybe you can't hear us. Is anybody else? ¿Hay alguna otra persona que quiere compartir, or should we sign off? Anybody else? Josh, can you hear me? No, he can't hear us.
Hello, from New York City.
So now we're going to go to marimba music.
Andrés. Desde Nueva York, estamos las tres acá, Lucy, yo, Sabrina. Que los cumplan feliz. Happy birthday.
El equipo de las voces de resistencia.
Acabamos el programa y aquí nos metemos.
Además, te saludamos en público para toda nuestra audiencia de Nueva York y otras partes del mundo por tu cumpleaños. Te deseamos lo mejor del mundo y como nuestro invitado especial y nuestro gran analista, amigo, compañero, entrañable camarada, hasta Guatemala, desde acá, la entraña del monstruo, la capital del mundo, Nueva York. Felicidades, Andrés, te queremos mucho. We love you so much. Que sigan las voces de resistencia.
Lucy and Andrea, what a beautiful surprise. I had no idea.
It's Sabrina.
Sabrina is here too.
La alegría escucharlas y verlas y sentir que el espíritu de resistencia que ustedes encarnan está presente también en esta llamada, esta celebración y este proyecto antinovela que es a través del respiro de la musa que busca fin de todo imperio. Así que... I just in English. Lucy and Andrea, thank you so much for being on this call. You have just been live on your radio program, WBAI, in New York City, and you went off the live program, and you even recognized this as a day that I'm celebrating in my birthday, so you said it live on the radio. That went all around
That's right. Es nuestro hermano.
Lucy and Andrea, you are the co-hosts of the most radical, wonderful program, and I am so honored and happy to join with you every once in a while when you invite me to give some commentary about the end of empire. So it's precious.
That's right.
Our honor to have you. Thank you. Happy birthday.
Feliz cumpleaños.
All right.
Victoria siempre.
Hasta la victoria
siempre. Que viva Honduras.
No más dictadura y fuera Jo.
Fuera Jo.
Sabrina, you also have joined us with the Hermanas en Resistencia. So Sabrina, who is also a co-host, thank you for being on this call, Sabrina, and thank you for the work you do in Resistance. And Chati, we're going to give you the last word. So Chati, you can close us out.
Dios mío, Andrés. Sí, yo debería describir a Andrés con una sola palabra: impredecible. Nunca sé por dónde me va a saltar esa liebre. Bueno, esto ha sido un regalo de vida. Yo estaba diciendo durante la conversación tan linda, mucha gente presumía de que había conocido a Andrés por 4 décadas, por 20 años. La verdad, se conoce a Andrés hace 5 minutos y se siente que se ha conocido de toda la vida. De toda la vida. Después de 10 minutos de platicar con él y de recibir un abrazo quebrador y de ver esa sonrisa que saluda al mundo con tanta esperanza, uno siente que es parte de la vida propia. Hemos compartido con él sus luchas, sus sueños. Mírenlo pues, mírenlo con la Qatzij besándolo y lamiéndole la cara. Es Andrés. Y siempre nos sale con esas sorpresas así que de verdad, impredecible, el dresiño. pero yo he compartido con él mi vida en Honduras y mi vida en Guatemala. Y pues tengo la dicha de que ahora lo tengo aquí en el mismo pueblo. La pandemia nos ha alejado un poquito físicamente, pero estamos todo el tiempo cerca y compartiendo. Gracias a todos. Lucy y
Andrea
y Sabrina me han terminado de iluminar esta mañana, de veras. Oír esas voces de mujeres hondureñas fuertes, valientes, que igual ríen, que lloran, que bailan, que abrazan, que acarician. Nos ha terminado de hacer el día. Gracias a todos y todas. Luca hizo un excelente trabajo. No solo reconociendo el apoyo, la contribución de todos los amigos de Andrés en esta celebración de hoy, sino también fue fantástica. Es una directora de cine y logró manejar este guión de una manera muy fluida y muy bonita. Deberían de llevársela a la radio, Lucy. Es muy buena, Luca.
Compañeras, bienvenidas siempre.
Gracias. Si por algo quiero ir a Nueva York ahora, a la entraña del monstruo, es para abrazarlas a ustedes. Andresiño, todo nuestro cariño. Yo tal vez no voy a ver el fin del imperio, pero me lo llevo en el corazón. Y están todas ustedes, jovencitas, maravillosas mujeres que van a ver el fin del imperio porque lo hemos luchado, porque lo hemos peleado, porque lo hemos deseado con el alma entera. Así es que gracias, Andresiño, gracias por unirnos, gracias por tenernos aquí. Que siga la celebración en la Casa Qatzij. Ojalá algún día todos podamos reunirnos en San Lucas, Tolimán. Que el libro de Andrés se vuelva un bestseller, que se gane un premio y entonces le pague a todos sus amigos para que vengan a juntarnos aquí frente al lago más bello del mundo. Gracias a todas y todos.
Venceremos.
We will succeed.
Tenemos Lucy, Matios, my dear Qatzij, muchas gracias. Y terminamos con una sola palabra. Y esta palabra quiere decir lo que es gratitud en mí, reconoce todo lo que dice gracias en la vida de ustedes. Y esa palabra en cachiquel, de aquí del pueblo, San Lucas, Tolimán, Sololá, Guatemala, esa palabra es Matios. Chao. Love you. Much love.
¡Cumpla feliz, mi niño!
La lucha sigue.
Matios means that which is grateful in me honors gratitude itself in you.